Hey guys, Kate here. I have a couple of ideas of things that always need to be done at the pool, and these are simple ways to provide your service work hours, just kind of like while you're here, while your kids are swimming, or just easy things to do. I'm going to walk you around a couple of places at the property and show you. So first off, a couple of things you can do is it always needs to be dusted. You can dust stuff over here, dust the box is fine. Especially people leave stuff here, so we can go put these in the lost and found is a great option. Periodically, these tables could really use a good scrubbing. You can see they kind of get some grime over time, so all of the picnic tables could use some scrubbings. You can also grab a broom, which lives around the corner in the work area. Sometimes they're still situated there, depending on where people leave them. And you can sweep up any junk that you find around, or you can just use a push broom and sweep the whole deck, which is super helpful because then all of that dirt stays out of the pool too. Also, something that periodically can be done is dusting off or cleaning out our little lockers. There tends to get to be a lot of dirt and stuff along the edge of the pool too. So this is something that can be swept out or swept up, or you can also get a hose and hose off the deck. I think I've mentioned before in other videos, you can notice where we have puddles here, and these puddles can be mopped up. They're not really mopping, but you use the squeegee to spread them out, and there's a separate video about that. We also tend to get a lot of weeds that poke themselves out over here along the tennis court line. So you can pull up any of these weeds. And also periodically, this is one of the tables, the check-in table, that can use a good cleaning. And anything else that you notice, there tends to get to be like yucky stuff collected over by the bike rack too, so you can sweep that up and get it out, because anything that stays in the gates has a pretty high chance of getting in the pool, and we just don't want a lot of yucky stuff. And then our lost and found always needs some love. It's kind of pretty organized. I think we recently had a member come through and sort some things out, so you can see we've got loads of stuff that's there, and so that can always be sorted out. And also on the outside of the property, there's of course lots of things that can be done. So weeds along here, if you want to spray the weeds, just contact the GM or another board member, and just make sure you get approval for like time, and if we need to compensate you for any materials too, let us know about that. And then of course, weeds out in the tennis court, they tend to need to be pulled a couple of times a year. And then, trying to walk faster, the parking lot can always use some love. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you can see we get lots of needles and debris from our pine trees. So all of those can be swept up, and they can be bagged and put in our dumpster over there. You can see we get a lot along this gutter line too. You can also go and pick up any pine cones off of the lawn. One year I just brought my family, and we completely cleaned up the parking lot, and with all of us, it was awesome because it completed all of our service hours, because there were a lot of us and we stayed for quite a while. But those are some of the things that just kind of need to be done all the time. So remember, you don't have to have a specific sign-up time or anything for stuff like that. You can just come and do it. And if you have a question about something, just let one of the board members know, and especially the GM, since they're in charge of the grounds. So, okay, that's it. Hope you enjoy all of your service hours. I also forgot to mention that another thing that comes up really periodically is we get a bunch of cobwebs up along the inside of our patio area. So all along here, you can snag one of those brooms and just go to town on those too.